2/3 of the way through, 66.67% of the way through the 30-day dedication. All right, we're in week. Is it the start of the 5th week? We've completed 4 weeks officially. Now we're kind of basically starting the 5th week, the 30-day dedication. So Sam Prince, Anthony Gordon is watching you. I'm sure Anthony Gordon is watching Train Effective, yeah. And we like Anthony Gordon. He's a hard worker.
Yeah. Corey, hello, bro. I'm a fan from Granada. Good to have you in here, bro.
So shout out to everyone on YouTube. Yesterday we had a few technical issues just with showing some Reece James's content. Sometimes stuff is copyrighted and stuff. However, today we do have a new topic, and we're gonna talk about training, Sam. We're gonna talk about hours, but I've been sent a clip, Sam. I'm just gonna get right into it. I've been sent a clip. You know that podcast, Stick to Football?
Yes.
So I've been sent a clip from our man Hashir. You remember Hashir?
Of course I remember Hashir.
Yeah. So he's not working for Train Effective at the moment, but he was a big part of Train Effective back in the day, especially from 2017 to 2022. So if you guys know Hashir, he's always on the lookout of stuff we can discuss. And so Hashir, the OG Train Effective person he sent us in a clip. He said specifically, Nick, you need to have a look at this
face
clip
never changes
right here that I'm going to play.
From the overlap.
From the overlap.
Okay.
So we're gonna play this clip from the overlap, and we're just gonna get straight into it because today's topic is how many hours should you train a week? We get this question all the time. What should I train? How should I train? And I feel like guys like Ian right here, Roy Keane, they have a good perspective on players nowadays, their attitudes, and things like that. So we'll go into it. We'll have a little bit of a listen. Is your sound up, Sam?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
The TikTok community can listen as well.
Yeah. Can everyone hear me or not?
No, can't hear you.
Oh, you bastard.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, my sound's up.
Okay, sounds up. Great. So we're gonna give it a play, guys. Let's give it a play. So here we go.
Never changed. He never done this. Never done nothing, and he still scored the winner in the last minute of the game. Just have to shut it off.
Yeah. Be brave enough to miss, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, just got to be brave to miss.
Michael Owen like that.
I think that he had that kind of energy.
Yeah, he was cold, like, if he missed it.
Definitely. You look at him like he doesn't care.
Even sitters, though, if you miss a sitter, that must be sore.
No, I can't.
Like literally an open goal.
When you think about it, you don't remember him missing sitters like Ollie.
No.
You don't remember him missing that.
You know when you
you remember that one at Leipzig. I know you do.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. But
Actually,
you do.
I can't remember
that.
You know when you
I
watch,
can't remember that.
You know
That was
when
a
you're watching
sitter,
now, right? Like I watch on the TV now, and you see some chances. You see him lean back, and I genuinely think I'm not saying it arrogant. I don't think I'd miss that. Not the amount of work I'd put into training to finish. I can look at these chances. What I see, why has he waited? Why has he done that? I just don't think I'd miss that.
Right, he's just touched on it in training about the amount of times he would do it in training. We were talking a couple of weeks ago, Scholes, he was talking about advice he was giving to a goal scorer. I don't know if you saw it.
I've actually seen that way, yeah.
Yeah. What you're
Just at this point, guys, we're talking about these guys: Roy Keane, Ian Wright, Solskjaer, Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, and Jill. I forget the last name.
Jill Scott,
women's player. And you got these six at the table just going on about people missing sitters, but they're going to get into a part now about training. I haven't watched this part yet because it's going to be new to me and to you, Sam. But let's give it a listen because I believe this is where all the golden nuggets are.
you're the person in this room that's been the most recent in the dressing room and obviously coaching. What does a 2025 finishing session look like at the sort of like elite level, top of Turkish league, Premier? Because I used to think of finishing at the end of the game where Kiddo used to play into Kiddo, lay it off, and then lads would just shoot. And then it'd be a line of 5 players that obviously were forwards, and you don't just whack it into the far corner. Is it more scientific than that now?
Do you get them to do it nowadays, though? That's the question. Well, when in Turkey, when I was there now, it's like, come on, we'll do some extra finishing. And you just get the young kids doing it, you know?
The pros are not doing it.
they're not like, sessions finished and let's do some extra. They don't have that
Really?
that pride that you want to, okay, let's
Are the
let's keep on
sessions
doing
still,
it.
Ollie, about 1 and 2 touch finished?
Oh,
You see lads all on the edge of the box take 2, 3 touches. Reality of top level football, it's you only get 1 or 2 touches to finish it, isn't it?
I'm desperate on maximum 2 touch. Like touch, like lay it off and finish it, and or first touch.
I'd be intrigued to know the stats.
I'll pause it. I'll pause it here. So, Solskjaer, is he the coach of Bistakis?
He used to be coach of Besiktas.
Bistakis. Guys, I get the pronunciation all wrong. But he's saying, okay, some of the young players wanted to do the extra finishing, the older players don't. Do you reckon? Do you think that's just one man's take, and that's not really normal in football, especially at the pro level, or do you reckon that's common?
I think, to be honest, I think it's common in the sense of, especially if players are, they're maybe at the age, I don't know, like late 20s or above 30, so they're coming to the end of their careers, and they're playing out in Turkey, and they're picking up good money. They probably don't have the same hunger as maybe they used to, when they were just coming out of the block, coming out kind of a new player on the block, one of them young players coming through the academy or whatever. So I do think it is quite common, to be honest. Once a player hits a certain age, they don't have the same kind of hunger to be able to do the extras, and they're just happy to collect their money, play as many games as possible and prolong their career as long as possible. But then you get the odd few, like I'm sure like if you ask Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sure he's out there doing extra finishing. So you get the odd different kind of professionals who take pride in that and want to keep on doing it. But yeah, I think it is. To be fair, it is quite common. I won't lie.
Okay. Are you one of those ones who's not doing the extra finishing either, Sam?
Every time we do extra finishing, I'm always there. But obviously, especially when you come, you get to a certain age, you have to look after your body as well. So, if you're in your 30s and you know that a couple shooting drills, at the end might be a bit too much for you, then you sit out of it because your body just needs more rest than everyone else. So again, it depends on each and every professional and what they're like and how they look after their bodies, etc. But yeah, with me, I love to do finishing after. But again, it also depends on the amount of games I've been playing, my body, is, I don't want to pull up with an injury, etc. So it's just about being smart and managing your body as well as possible to make sure you're getting as much recovery as possible, but also you're doing your extras as well.
I think that's a key message for young players as well, especially the teenagers out there. Like, your body's still growing, you can actually do more a lot of the time, and you don't have to prioritize recovery as much as the older players 10, 15 years older than you. So you have an advantage there where you can actually stay out more hours, you can do more, have less chance of injury, and less. You basically need less time to recover. So go out and
Yeah.
maximize it, because you bank that up and you do that over the years. So by 25, 26, 27, 30, you've banked up all those years of doing the extras, that technique and all that finishing, all that practice you've done just comes naturally to you because you've banked it up.
Yeah, 100%. Morning, Doc. No, it's 100% the truth, and obviously, those pros in their 30s or whatever who are not doing the extra finishing, they're probably going inside to start their recovery. They're probably getting in the ice baths, seeing the masseuse, getting their massages in, doing all of that to be ready for the next training session the next day, or if they got a game the next day. So there's different reasons why some professionals, especially the older ones, are not maybe doing these kind of extra drills with the young ones. But it does make sense. But again, you can look at the other hand, and there's some that just don't have the hunger. Yeah. So it depends on each professional.
We got a few minutes left in this clip, so let's play and see what they talk about.
Working with UEFA and looking at Champions League, the top level. How many goals now from strikers is 1 or 2 touch finish?
It must
be
for myself.
As
It's
high as
about
50-60%. As high as that, do you reckon?
70.
I think so. 1 touch.
I think
finishes.
77 of my United goals of 126 were one touch.
Is that right?
About
77.
77.
Was it there?
I put that stats in. And
Strikers masterclass here, Sam. Let's go.
Was it there? Because I can relate to that. Because if I look back at all my goals, or most of my goals, I'd say the same as Solskjaer. Like a very very high percentage of it is one touch, and it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer speaking. We're watching a YouTube clip on the overlap, but yeah, so very high percent, over like 75-80% are one touch finishing, and I think it's like, yeah, man, it's if you're trying to get your numbers up and you're trying to be a goal scorer, just a born goal scorer, like a very high percentage is going to be off one touch, and you need to be able to finish off one touch. So that's really interesting to hear what he's just said, to be fair.
Yeah,
Pace
was it
never changes,
77 out
demeanour
of
never changed. He
116?
never done this. Oh,
Yeah. So let's.
6 were one touch.
Is that right?
About
77.
77. I put that stats, and then 26, 27 were two touch. And then you have the odd one like Sunderland when you're driving on it.
When you
But,
ran
yeah, not many.
Well, just to take me back to, because you've said something there that I always think that when old pros, ex-players like us, so other lads don't work as hard nowadays, they don't stay behind after. I've tried to stay clear of that, and I think, to be fair, I don't think too many people in this room, but actually what you've just said really worries me, that lads, after training, are not staying out and doing extra 15, 20 minutes on their personal stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it also is the too many games.
Games.
So you don't have that, that extra, the striking and shooting and all this. But you look at the best one now, and he trains and he practices all the time. That's Erling Haaland. He's fabulous. We just spoke about him, hey? Never miss it on, never.
And is he still doing that now, Ollie? Is he still doing that
yeah,
now?
Definitely.
he doesn't look like somebody who'd come out of his routine.
No, he's a routine. Yeah, he's got
Strange
a
enough,
process.
some of his goals this year against United, where he's actually running onto stuff. Now, obviously, the City are playing. They're obviously playing a bit deeper and almost counter-attack.
Suits him.
So he's fine with that, because we're talking about, on one hand, one-touch finishes, but no, a lot of his finishes are. He's actually running from deep. The goal against Arsenal, remember, on this season.
Then he's got to think. There's loads of the thinking, and
But he's still fine with that stuff, isn't it?
yeah,
You know what I mean? He's not.
That's his lifestyle,
Yeah.
and how he looks after himself, and how. Because it's about energy, coming into the games with energy.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
What is his training routine? I know.
Well,
We'll pause here. They're about to get in the training routine, which is going to be very interesting. But were they talking about Haaland? Who is he talking about there?
Yeah, we're talking about Erling Haaland.
Guys, Haaland. How many times have we mentioned Haaland in 30 Days Dedication? He should be on this podcast with us.
He should. But yes, a header does count as a one-touch finish, Doctor. You're right.
Yeah. I think it's interesting how these ex-players, some of them coaches, speak about different players, because football is such a small world, guys. So this is like, if you're putting in the extras and people see you're working really hard, then they'll talk about it in their circles, So your reputation is such an important thing. The way people speak about you, it just goes a long way. So Erling Haaland, of course, is doing it for himself with the recovery. He knows if he does a recovery, he'll work harder, he'll do the extras, he'll like score more goals and perform better. But even in the circles, the coaches' circles, the players' circles, all that, the word gets out. And that really creates a reputation as well.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, that's why, you come to Train Effective camp, you go on trial, whatever it is, the impression that you make matters, your behavior matters. Because that word gets out, guys.
Exactly.
I don't know.
You know
now.
what it
Continue
was.
this clip. So I think Gary Neville's just asked about what his training routine's like. So let's see how they're going to talk about it.
And he's not.
That's his lifestyle, and how he looks after himself, and how. Because it's about energy, coming into the games with energy.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
What is his training routine? I know.
Well, I don't know.
You know what it was. You know what it was, though.
No, he was every day asking for extra headers and extra finishing, absolutely every day, and then he'll finish with a few penalties after that. mental. He was 17, 18. Yeah, 17 back then.
Goes to show though, doesn't it?
The proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
Practice. You've got to practice.
Even with penalties.
Gone are them sessions where you used to stand there and they'd throw the ball over the top of your head. Did you ever do them?
Yeah, but
Are they
still,
not
but
sort
that,
of-
but
are
that's
they not like that?
I used to do that. I used to do that six ball finishing routine. I had 6 balls and all these sprints and get to it, and then the last 3 or last 1 or 2, that's when you're tired, and that's more match-like.
Yeah.
That's
Fatigue kicks
yeah,
in,
fatigue.
So that's when you have 6 balls at the edge of the 18-yard line with 6 different players there.
I had Rene, with the ball in his
okay.
hands. So I'd up to the penalty spot. He'd threw the ball over my shoulder or whatever, and get to and finish and get back in, and then he'll.
So you're working under fatigue, basically.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 or 3 is easy.
Yeah.
Then the last
Yes,
2 or
once you
3.
get tired,
it's
that's when you-
wow,
But don't you need one of your coaches to have the enthusiasm
energy.
to say behind? So
Yeah.
it's not the manager. Obviously, you've got coaches that almost the coach staff go, "Come on, lads, are you up for it?" And go, "Yeah, go on then."
You need a
And
goal.
drag
you
a
need
few.
one of the
Oh yeah,
reserve
and the lads.
you need one of the reserve
and who
goalkeepers
do it
who's up
properly.
for it.
Yeah, and
because,
do it
like,
properly.
First team keepers, none of them want to going. I remember the best was Alex Meninga when he came. He would stay out.
attitude to it, yeah.
He'd stay out for 4 hours. If you want to shoot for 4, he'd stay for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And
You do need
try
that,
to
don't you?
save every penalty. Tried to save everything. Unbelievable he was.
I used to start with
Raymond van der
Steve all the
Vaal.
time.
Steve.
Steve McLaren, I used to start
Yeah.
all the time.
This episode.
A couple of things there, Sam.
Yeah.
Like number one, the coaches. They just talked about how important the assistant coaches, all the coaches are, and being motivated to go say, "Hey, let's do the extras. I'll stay out with you." So Solskjaer was talking about Rene Mullenstein, who's a Dutch coach. He was the assistant for Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, and a lot of players credit him for staying behind, doing the extras with him. Cristiano Ronaldo credits him as well for a lot of that extra practice he did as well. So it's the coaches as well, isn't it?
For sure, no. You need a coach that is that wants to help the players and wants to stay out and do the extras with the players to benefit them and help them as much as possible. Of course, the coaches play a big factor, and I think what Ian Wright as well said about the keepers, you need a keeper that's going to stay out, because there's a lot of keepers, especially the first choice goalkeepers for the first team, they will never ever stay out ever. I haven't been at a club where the first team goalkeeper stays out and does shooting of us. Never. It's always either the second or the third keeper, or one of the reserve keepers that will do it. So yeah, you need a keeper that's willing to stay out there for for an hour or whatever it is, to and do it properly. There's keepers that just do, they sod it off a little bit, but you have to do it properly. And I think if you have a coach there as well that sets a standard and make sure that the shooting session is a top session, is an intense session, and they're getting the most out of it. I think it's so important as a striker to have these kind of extras, because what it does, right, it just breeds a bit of confidence to the striker. They score a few in training, or they're on fire during the shooting practice, and then they leave the session like more confident. You leave like I was on fire today. Like, you know what I mean? So you look forward to the next session, or you look forward to the next game, and you want to take that into the game. Whereas you could have the opposite effect of you have a bad shooting session, and then you're in your head until the next session. But yeah, most of the time, it can actually breed a lot of confidence to the players, and they can take that into a match situation, and they feel a lot more confident going into the game.
Yeah. The reps count, guys. You bank those reps, the more confidence you have. When all you guys talk about, how do you get more confidence? Reps, doing the reps. And then you score that goal. You get in the bottom corner a couple of times. Just big increase in confidence. And there's a second thing that he said there, that Haaland, 17, 18 years old. I guess this is when they were working together in that, was it Norwegian club?
Yes.
Was it Molde?
I think it was Malmo.
Malmo.
Yeah.
But I think that's Swedish, no?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I think maybe chat. You could chat. You can verify which club they were at together. But yeah, guys, Haaland. It was talking about 17, 18. He just wanted to stay after and do the headers.
Mm-hmm.
do headers, and you see he scores a lot of goals with his head now, Helen, and he's big and tall, so he should. So
Exactly. So he realized from young, he knew like I've got to be able to score headers. As well as be good with your feet, you've got to score headers as a striker. Because if you're looking to increase your numbers, a lot of your goals can come from headers. So, and I think any striker in the chat that's listening, yes, you have to be good with both feet. Yes, you have to be composed in front of goal to be able to finish and have different kind of finishes in your locker. But at the same time, being able to score with your head is just as vital as well.
100%. And the topic of today is how many hours should you train a week? So we've touched upon Halan doing some extras. Obviously, you do your own recovery after training and things like that. So I think we get asked this question all the time: how many hours should I train? What should I do? I always quote the 10,000 hour rule, just to quantify it, guys, and saying, look, it's 20 hours a week for 10 years at least. Just to have a number there to be like, yeah, this is what you need to aim for. So this is a general rule that I've set. But when you're not playing professionally at the moment, Sam, but you could be with that move to Dubai soon or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Saudi's knocking on the door. But how many hours do you reckon? How many hours do you train now? And when you were at the pro level, when you're playing professionally, how many hours are you training?
Oh, good question. Are we talking
And
about training?
maybe we can do it in two ways. I was about to say. So one is like the physical time, like in the gym, or maybe we can even break it down this way, Sam. Like how many hours with the football and just like on your feet, and then
Yeah.
maybe the second part is like off your feet, like the strength work, and then maybe more the game IQ, like tactical stuff, mental stuff. So maybe we've got like three different blocks
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
So I'd say per week with a football, I'd probably say let's say, I don't know, like 8 to 10. 8 to 10 per
8 to
week.
10.
Yeah. Hours. And obviously that includes also matches as well, because we have a lot of matches when you play non-league. It's non-stop games. But I'd say what I've increased a lot, obviously, since I've come out like the pro game and then since I've gone into the semi-pro game, is my gym work. So I'm in the gym a lot more than before. And I think as you get older as well, you realize the importance of the gym. Before, I used to go to the gym, but there wasn't like a specific thing that I used to work on, or like I used to just go there, just do a little bit and then get out. And then, after I had my first knee injury, the gym just became a ritual. Like, just to make sure you're topping up on your strength and conditioning. I'm making sure, my quads are strong, my glutes, and that's something that, I work on a lot. I don't know if you know the hip thrust machine in the gym, where a lot of girls use it, but that's something I use a lot. Or the adductor machine for your groins. Again, it looks like something that girls will use more, but again, I use it to strengthen up the groins, because these are the muscles that you need to make sure that are strong when you're playing football. And I've had adductor injuries, I've had Achilles injuries, come on. But the more I've been in the gym, obviously, touch wood, the more stronger you are, and so that the less injuries you will get down the line.
Yeah, like the hip bridges, the glute, like do stuff with your glutes.
Yeah.
There's all these machines, Nordics.
Yeah, all of these stuff. I never used to do them when I was younger. I used to think, I'll play 90 minutes today, 90 minutes tomorrow. I'm fine. I don't need to be in the gym. But obviously it catches up to you. So and as you get older, you are more prone to getting injured. Your body breaks down more easily. So you have to make sure you're looking after, and you have to make sure it's strong to be able to compete at an intense level week in, week out. So yeah, I think the gym has been a massive game changer for me. And then
So
yeah, go on.
No, I was saying, so 8 to 10 hours, like either in the gym or playing football, training.
I'd say no. Just with football, it's just 8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
Gym is probably another. I'd say I'm in the gym at least four times a week, at least minimum. So again, I'm in the gym. It could be like an hour and a half session. It could be an hour session. Depends on the day. But again, that's another. I don't know. Let's say 6 hours. Okay. And then obviously you have like the mental part of it, which is probably a lot less, but a mental part of it again is it's just part of like a routine I do. Is just like let's say day before a game or whatever. I'm visualizing. I'm watching clips of myself and just little things like that. Or I'm going back and watching the previous game from last week. I'm looking at what I did well, looking at what can I improve on. Just analyzing myself. I think having that self analysis is so important to keep on improving and to keep on setting targets for yourself for each game. So that's something that I do as well. Yeah.
So Sam, you do 8 to 10 hours of football a week. Let's say 6 hours in the gym a week.
Yeah.
And how many hours do you reckon of that football, so studying games? Even we're doing some here in the stream.
Yeah. Let's say, I don't know, let's say 2 to 3 hours probably.
2 to 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's
Of
say that.
football IQ education.
Mhm.
So guys, 8 to 10 hours of football a week, 6 hours in the gym a week, and 2 to 3 hours a week with the football IQs for the education part. So that's 16 to 16 to 19 hours, guys. So there you go, guys. Sam Shaban trained 16 to 18 hours as a semi-professional footballer playing non-league.
And it's tough, man. It's tough. Obviously, you have to, after, you're at Train Effective, and then you have to, you're tired after. You got to go and train, but sometimes, you might wake up in the morning and do it before, depending on the day and how I feel. But yeah, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Like for example, I can never miss like a Friday gym session where I'm going in just to like do some mobility work and foam rolling and all of these things just to prepare for the Saturday game. Because if I miss that Friday session, I'm already going into the Saturday game thinking I've missed the Friday session. Like I'm already prepared. My preparation hasn't been the best. So yeah, that's something that I'm very very big on.
All right, and then as a pro, Sam, how much?
Oh, as a pro, the training, yeah, was different kind of level. Like you're training every single day. You might get like one day off in a week, and you're doing like sometimes could be double sessions. So on one day you could be training for 4 hours. So if I was just I don't know, like how I'm definitely like 15 hours has to be with the ball minimum.
15 hours of football a week, Sam.
Yeah.
How many hours in the gym?
In the gym again, I wasn't in the gym too much. I would go in there and do some exercises. So I would say, let's say in the gym, maybe let's say 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, and that's just because you're a bit younger. You weren't.
I was younger,
concerned about
yeah.
injuries.
Exactly. I was younger. I just wanted to just be on the ball all the time. I just wanted to play, and the kind of the gym stuff wasn't my main priority back then. Yeah.
And on the football IQ side, the tactics, mental.
I was probably, I'd say, I think with the tactics side of it, it was obviously a lot more because when you're in a professional environment, you're doing a lot of tactical work and you're working on shape and things. So I'd say that's probably like maybe 4 or 5 hours a week that we was doing on tactics and working on our shape and the opposition, etc. And then on the whole mental side of it, again, another probably like 2 to 4 hours.
And when you say the mental side, like was it visualization? Was it, I don't know, How would you categorize that? How would you describe what you actually did on the mental side?
Visualization, meditation, and just like again with the mental side, it can be just watching clips of my goals, just any little thing that's gonna give me that a little bit of an edge going into a game and just giving me that confidence. Or with the mental side, what could I like? I'm trying to think of other things I used to do that's coming on the top of my head. But yeah, it was just mainly like obviously looking at clips and meditating, visualization, and just having that kind of going into a game knowing I'm gonna score, and that was the most important thing. Like I go into a game knowing I'm gonna score. It was never like I might score today. It was I'm gonna score, and I think that mentality is something that is ingrained in me, and yeah, man, it's very important as a striker for sure.
So, guys, that's 24 to 28 hours a week that Sam would train as a pro. 24 to 28 hours a week. So Sam's described it as 15 hours of football a week, 3 to 4 hours of gym a week. But because it was just less concerned on the injuries,
Yeah,
so I would assume that would be more if you were a pro right now. 4 to 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours a week on tactics, and 2 to 4 hours on the mental side, such as visualization, meditation. So 24 to 28 hours a week as a pro. So there you go. There you go. Does that seem like a lot to you? And like, you think you're in that average range, and actually the players that you think they were doing more than you, or were you doing more than others? Like,
I was definitely doing. I was always like first in, last out. So I was always doing more than everyone else. In whatever club I was at when I was a pro. Just because like it was just I was there. I'd made a sacrifice, wherever I was, to go there, and I was making sure I was a top pro. Like I wanted to do everything correctly, come in early, do my prehab, do what I need to do, be in the gym early doors, and then after training, stay out, do extras on the pitch, then get a massage, do my recovery again, get in the ice bath, just everything. So like I was always making sure that I was doing things correctly, just to give me the best chance really when it comes to game day to stand out.
yeah. And I think your schedule, Sam, as well, just completely mimics the schedule of the elite camp, train effective elite camp. I think the semi pro schedule is still high. It's maybe something like the camps, the train effective camps that
Yeah,
are in London, Miami. But the elite camp, it's even taken up a notch.
for sure, and you could tell at the elite camps, if you remember, like players were coming up to us thinking, they were like, oh, I think we need a day off. Like our legs are done. This is crazy right now. But that's the levels, guys. If you're trying to play at the elite level, this is your body will take some time to adapt to it. But once it adapts, and you're able to to keep on doing the extras, keep on training every single day, and looking after your body, you'll be flying in a match situation.
So I'm just showing the elite camp here, guys, and we are very excited, actually, guys. A big announcement that's going to be announced on the stream right now. I'm going to announce it right now, so drum roll, but a big drum roll, and that is that we have a documentary coming out, guys. A big, full feature-length documentary, 3 episodes, just about this elite camp. And guys, I've seen bits of it. Sam has seen bits of it. It's the best documentary I think Train Effective has ever produced.
Listen, guys, if you guys have watched the documentaries on Amazon, All or Nothing for Arsenal and these, like, put them away, because this Train Effective one is a different. It's. Do you know what it is, guys? It's more like you will feel it more because it's more in touch with everyone's kind of like reality, rather than a professional club like Arsenal showing it. So I think you'll see like a lot of things on the doc, like deep stories from players of how they come to train effective, what they've had to go through, their kind of journey, their story, and how where they're heading, how train effective is going to help them, etc. But yeah, man, guys, look out for the doc because it's going to be huge.
Yeah, and we're just on the final touches at the moment with when it's going to be released on YouTube and all that. But guys, it's going to be free for you to watch. It's, as Sam said, like, you watch that All or Nothing series. It's really, really good, and it's gonna, most importantly, inspire you guys, because
Mm.
all the stories we've been sharing over this 30 days of dedication, all the relatable stuff we've been sharing, all the players that we've been talking about, a lot of them make an appearance in that documentary, and you get to learn their stories. It's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned, guys. The announcement is going to come soon of when the first episode will be released, and you don't want to miss
When do
out
we?
on that. And yeah,
When do we think? When do we think we're gonna give that? That first episode. When are we gonna give them the
we're just
chance?
trying we're trying to figure out the timing. So it's 3 episodes, and
Mm,
we're going to drop one every single week. Okay,
nice.
like every Friday or something.
Yeah.
That's what we're proposing. But we just didn't want the third episode to drop on like
Okay.
Christmas time.
Yeah.
So we might have to rearrange things a bit, and then maybe the third episode drops like after New Year or something. But
Okay.
yeah, it basically, it's all there. It's all kind of, all kind of ready. We're just trying to time it in a way where everyone's going to watch it.
Yeah.
When do you
Nah, I
think's the
love
best
that.
time?
I leave that up to you guys.
Today.
Yeah. Today, if it was down to me, I'd drop it right now because I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, nah. Look, really, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and guys, Sam makes a lot of appearances in this documentary, so you don't want to miss out on Sam's summertime face, summertime vibes. So in Portugal.
No, it was
So
a pleasure. It was a pleasure to be there with the boys and just helping them, helping all the players on their journey. And this is what I say to you guys on the live all the time. Like at Train Effective, that's what we want to do. We are looking to help as many players as we can to achieve their goals, achieve their dreams of wanting to get into a professional club. Um, and again, it's up to you guys to sign up for a camp, to open the doors for yourself, and to come there and put yourself in an environment where you might not be used to, or you might just be out of your comfort zone. But then after that, we will help you. We will help you. We are looking for the next future stars that we feel like have the ability to play at a high level, have the ability to play at a pro club, but just need opportunities. We've got connections all over the world, guys. Whether you're in Europe, Asia, South America, North America, Africa, wherever you are, we have got connections all over the world, so we can help you. But again, it's up to you to make that first step, because if you don't, then nothing's going to change. You're going to keep doing it, and it's going to keep something that's going to repeat itself year after year, year after year. Whereas if you see all these elite players right now on our website, they're the ones who have made that jump. They said to themselves, "I'm going to go and do it." And now look at them. 11 players got scouted. Is that right?
yeah, 11, 7 to 11. Wait, where did it say 11?
I think it said 11, if I'm not mistaken, or if
Yeah,
maybe
actually, well, we have to confirm this number just because the numbers increased recently, because we got all these players getting called up for national team.
Yeah.
We have the other story to add with Victor, so we're going to confirm this number. I know for sure though it's at least 7.
At least 7 guys, but
At
it's
least 7.
definitely a bit more than that, and I know for sure. But at least
Yeah.
7 guys have been scouted from our elite camp. So yeah, man, you guys, you could be the next up. You could be the next up. So if you feel like you're good enough, you need the opportunities, you need the kind of to be in that environment, to be seen. Join our camp. Join our camp first and foremost, either in Miami or London. So you can go on traineffective.com/camps on our website, apply for a spot. We will reach out to you. And then once you join our camp, you do really well, you can get scouted from there, or you can get shortlisted for one of the elite camps, where again, you'll be able to be in an environment where you can get scouted again. So yeah, man, hopefully this is your journey, guys, man. This is your journey. You got to grab it with both hands.
100%. All you have to do, guys, again, is to search it. Train Effective Camps, the first link, and then there's still some Black Friday stuff left here. The Cyber Monday stuff is still actually on the page. But you click on that link, and it's all there. It's all there. And you can even speak to Sam directly, okay? There's no obligation. If you still have questions, you're not sure what to do, like you want some advice, click on this button, and then you'll basically be taken to this page where you can book in a time. Actually, Sam, you got time tomorrow here.
Yeah.
and you got time on the Thursday. So literally, if you want to have a call with Sam, okay, you go on the camp's website and you go here, speak to our camp expert. Okay, scroll down, you click that button, and then you just book a call in with Sam, and it's just done like that. You don't have to pay, you don't have to do nothing. That just you can do that already. So
Exactly.
have a look at that, guys. Have a look.
Yeah.
Don't be a maybe. Don't be just on the fence. And by the way, we got a record number of people watching on YouTube right now. So shout out to all the YouTube viewers at the moment. Got 3 times the amount of people we usually have on the YouTube.
Love that, man.
So, Glenn, we are on 30-day. We are the 30 days dedication. We're on day 20. Day 20. Abdul says, "How many spots do you have in Miami in 2026?"
We literally, if you want to join for the Miami camp, you have to join today because we're finalizing everything for the camp.
That's true.
So, yeah, if you want to join for the Miami camp, because the camp starts in less than 2 weeks, so we need to get you signed up today. So just reach out to us, and then hopefully we can get you on board.
Yeah, you got to reach out ASAP for that because it's already it's almost already too late actually.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're really motivated, you got to reach out ASAP. So yeah, and just to wrap up, how many hours should you train a week, guys? Sam is a semi-pro, 16 to 19 hours. Okay, 8 to 10 hours of football a week, 6 hours in the gym, 2 to 3 hours on the football IQ side. But as a pro, it's 24 to 28 hours, 15 hours of football, 3 to 4 hours of gym, 4 hours a week of tactics, 2 to 4 hours on the mental side. So, guys, these are the levels you need to go. If you want to be a pro, if you want to be even a semi-pro, and people are putting this amount of hours in, then how are you gonna get better than someone if you're doing 5 or 10 or 12? And that's
Exactly.
already 10. More than 10 is already a lot. You got to balance your schedule. You got to figure out when you're going to train. Like you can't just you got to be organized with your time, even if it's 10 hours. But yeah, there you go. If you're aspiring, if you have goals, if you have ambitions, there's a reference point for you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Bradford Moses is asking, is it true when you're 19 and 20, it's too old to become a footballer, just like Jamie Vardy? It's not too old, bro. If you're 19 and 20, you're still so young. Man, you can get scouted at 25, 26. You just need to be seen. So if you're 19 and you're 20 years old, you're still very young, man. Still so young.
Guys, something that inspired me, okay, if you guys don't know my story, I made a blog before Train Effective, long before Train Effective. I'd share stuff on a blog, on a blog that would like inspire me, like about different stories, and I literally like have a database. I'll take notes. So I literally have an article here just called 10 pro footballers that made it late, and it's just a database of some OG footballers that I would say I'll be like, okay, these are when these guys made it. So Drogba, for example, didn't sign his first pro contract until he was 21. Miroslav Klose, German footballing legend, he worked as a builder and a bricklayer. And I don't think he played. Well, he didn't play professionally until I didn't say here, but not for a long time. Luca Toni. These are all old OG players, guys. You have to look up these names if you don't know them. But Luca Toni he's Italian goat.
Ian Wright, crazy.
Yeah,
Van
Ian
Nistelrooy.
Wright. Ian Wright turned pro just 3 months short of his 22nd birthday.
Man, there's a lot of players there that I remember, and there's some good players there that turn pro late. But guys, it's never too late. It's never too late. You just need to believe in yourself. You need to work hard. You need to be in the right environment. And I think that's what it comes down to, guys. You have to be in the right environment. All of these players that obviously got scouted at late in their not late in their careers, but in their mid-20s or early 20s is because they ended up in the right environment. They probably changed something, and they was like, okay, I need to just move somewhere else. I need to go to another team, or I need to join this camp to be seen. So, that's what you guys got to do if you feel like nothing's changing.
Guys, a great one that I'm pointing out here is a guy called Jay Demerit. So 10, 15 years ago, I think he was playing for the US national team. This guy has a great story. There's actually a documentary. There's a movie about him that's been made, and I think it's at least 10 years old. But look for the name Jay Demerit, because he played college soccer in the US. He's an American guy, played college soccer. He wasn't picked in the MLS draft. He failed at all these different tryouts, and he just packed his bags, moved to England with hardly any money, and he played for a team called Southall. Do you know the team Southall, Sam?
No.
So he played for a team called Southall in the ninth tier of English football.
Oh,
The ninth tier.
Southall. No,
Southall, sorry, Southall, not Southall.
I know Southall. Yeah.
Southall. So back then they're playing in the ninth tier. So he was playing in the ninth tier at age 23. I think this is worse than Jamie Vardy at this point. He was getting paid £40 a week, and then at 24 years old, he joined Northwood, which back then was in the seventh tier of English football. So I guess one step below Conference South or North.
Yeah.
That's the same league you're playing in, Sam.
Yeah.
So they played, right? He was in the seventh tier, and he played in a preseason game against Watford. And then the manager said, "Yeah, let's sign him."
Fair enough, bro. Fair play. And that's what it is, guys. It's just you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching.
Jay Demerit. So he's retired. He's long retired, but he had a big career at the Vancouver Whitecaps. He played for Watford. That's him playing against, I think, Manchester United back in the day for Watford.
Louis Saha, what a player, by the way.
Louis Saha. And he made a career, and he just decided to pack his bags and go to England. So decide to pack your bags and go to England if you want. Come to our camps, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, he played in the championship playoff final.
Wow.
I think he even scored a goal in the playoff final. Yeah, he did. He scored a goal in the playoff final. And that's why this documentary, this movie is so fun to watch, guys, because you just see this guy put everything on the line, has just a pocket full of dreams, literally, just got his backpack, moved to England, and he does things like this. So, guys, check it out. Real OG, real legend.
That's sick.
Yeah, there's him against Drogba, actually. There you go, defending Didier Drogba. So long story, back to that question, guys. No age is too late. Just go for it.
100%. It's not too late, man.
I even, Sam, I know we keep talking about this topic. I talked a couple of episodes ago about a 45-year-old player that just played pro in Portugal. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So there was another one I just saw the other day. What was his name? I'll come back to it, but I saw another one of these. Someone who was 41 years old. It's like...
He's playing professionally now. Still playing.
No, he made his pro debut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to find the name. I just saw it literally like yesterday. Yeah, guys, it's just note for you, like, it can happen. Things can happen. Just stay with it. Yeah. All right, let's take a couple more questions, and then
Yeah, guys, for the last couple minutes, give us a couple questions. We'll take a couple.
Actually, Sam, I think we can take because we're in a tight deadline. Actually, it's almost 6 where I am, so we can take 2 questions.
Okay.
All right. 2 questions, guys.
We'll do one from YouTube, one from TikTok.
Callum says, did George Williams is a Train Effective camp coach, IDP coach on the Train Effective app. Did George Williams leave Hemel Hempstead and rejoin Forest Green in League 2? Ask Callum. I don't know.
No.
Did he?
No.
Why is he saying that? Just rumor mill.
No idea.
Callum, I don't know why he's saying that. Look it up on Google. George Williams Forest Green. I don't see anything.
Who are your sources, Callum? You got to sack your sources.
Sack your sources, Callum. He's firmly playing for Hemel Hempstead, mate. So that's one from YouTube. But maybe there's a better one than that. Okay.
Yeah, there's another question. Give him another one. I'll see if there's any on TikTok. Hello, Jab. How are you, bro? David's asking, if you slide tackle, does that mean you have made a mistake Yeah, if you slide tackle, does that mean you have made a mistake? Not necessarily, bro. Not necessarily. Obviously, you're always advised to try and stay on your feet. But if you look at, for example, you might have to make a last-ditch slide tackle to deny a goal scoring opportunity. Or if you feel like that the winger might be getting past you, again, you might need to do a last-ditch tackle just to not let him get into the box or whatever it could be. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily a mistake because that the rules of football is you're allowed to slide tackle for a reason. So, but yeah, I would always just use it as a last resort. I would never just use it as a first resort to always slide tackle, always slide tackle, always slide tackle. Use it as a last resort where it's needed to be done.
I love slide tackling, Sam, especially when that pitch is wet.
When it's wet and it's been rainy and it's got a zip to it, yeah. You love slide tackle on that pitch. I love knee sliding when I score.
I've never seen you do a knee slide, Sam. Where's the knee slide I can see?
Listen, I done a knee slide a couple of weeks ago because we played in some horrendous conditions, and I'm just waiting for the clip. I'm waiting for the clip.
Okay. Yeah, you know who does the best knee slide?
Who? Drogba.
Drogba.
These knee slides were elite.
Yeah. So guys, the best knee slider in the world, Didier Drogba. Look at those celebrations, and he'd be doing hand movements and stuff while he's doing the knee slide.
The knee slide, yeah.
We'd love to see it. All right,
we
last
got another one
question.
from YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, not the best questions from YouTube today. Oh, here we go. Okay, Geordie, how many emails would you send on a weekday when finding opportunities? Geordie, as someone who's experiencing this earlier, I reckon I literally get a database of like 500 emails and just email all of them. So to answer your question, you got to figure out how many you're going to send on a weekday, but just you have to send hundreds and hundreds of emails before you might even get one chance, Geordie. So just expect that 1 out of 100 is going to reply, and out of 500, 5 is going to reply, and then maybe out of those 5, there's only one that says, "Yeah, come, we'll give you opportunity." So yeah. Hundreds is the answer to that question, Geordie. Hundreds and hundreds you got to contact and reach out to.
For sure.
Right. Cool. So that's it, Sam, I think. Well, at least for YouTube. I don't know if you want to stay longer, but
yeah, no, I think that's it because I got training as well, guys.
Great.
But yeah, been a pleasure as always, guys, and yeah, be back again tomorrow for another one. We're nearly coming to the end, guys. So stay with us. Stay with us.
It's day 20, day 21 tomorrow, and shout out to everyone on YouTube and I guess the podcast side. We can see the numbers are picking up, so good to see you guys here as well.
For sure.
All right, then. Peace and love, everyone. Stay effective. Chris, you're welcome. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you for tomorrow's 30.